With interest rates being so high these days, I think it's been a bit confusing on where to keep your cash. So I'm gonna go over 4 different types of accounts and how and when to use them. First up, we have a checking account, which is just for money that you need for bill paying. You probably only want 1 to 2 months worth of your bills in there because you're not gonna be earning much interest on that. Next up, we have a high yield savings account, which will give you a much higher interest rate. You may have to wait a day to transfer that money over if you need to pay a bill to your checking account, so that's one thing to consider. Next up, we have money markets. Now, these are mutual funds that give you a higher yield than even a high yield savings account, but they're not FDIC insured. Instead, they're insured by the SIPC. Ultimately, these accounts are very safe, but it may take another day or two to get the money transferred to your checking account. Next up, we have CDs, which generally have a higher yield, but can depend on what interest rates are at right now. But the thing to note about these is that you lock up your money for a certain period, anywhere from like 6 months to a few years. So as a rule of thumb, these accounts are very safe, and you should really only keep a small amount in your checking account to pay bills.